At ARCS, every dog has their story. Some stories are heartbreaking, some of them are inspiring or full of hope, and some stories remind us on how much will it takes to survive. These dogs are currently on their healing journey with the help of people to get them there. When I first met Dan, he wasn't just a rescue dog, he was a survivor. He was padlocked outside for so long that the chain around his neck started to be part of him, and they had to surgically remove each chain link piece by piece and then go into emergency surgery. When I saw him for the first time at the shelter, I was volunteering cleaning out bunks and he gave me a look. The look was just defeat, but he wanted me to know that he was still there, that he is a survivor. He has come a long way since then. His surgery went well and he is recovering smoothly, and now it's time for him to find a home. Being trapped outside for so long, only to be trapped inside at a shelter, his experiences with people have not been the best. He is fed up with the walls, he's fed up with being chained, he just wants his freedom. But with a little patience and a little love and the right person, I know that we can make it up to him. Next is Karina. Karina is a little fighter. Karina is a dog who's been in more pain than I could ever imagine. She came into care with untreated quill injuries that were so severe and neglected that one of her eyes ruptured and the other one was facing severe infection. Her body was so weak from paralysis and neglect. But the incredible thing about Karina is her resilience. Even in her pain, she still greets people quietly. She has a cautious curiosity, and she still wants to believe that love is still out for her. The veterinary team had to remove her eye and help her recover her second eye. And now she is both healing physically and emotionally. Her other eye is still being treated, and hopefully she does recover vision. Karina's fundraiser is halfway there. She's only $1,300 short from her goal. Even from the funds that they made so far, her rehabilitation has been remarkable. Each person that donates is like a hand giving out to her, saying that she can trust again. And then there's Mariam. She's small but also fierce. When I first saw her, her face was swollen with quill injuries, and she had an affection called cranial edema, which is a condition where her eye is filled with fluid, causing pressure and a lot of pain, making her eye cloudy. Even with her injuries, she was so excited to see me. Her pain did not break her spirit. When Mariam first got into the shelter, she was put in emergency surgery to remove as many quills as possible, and now she's recovering with antibiotics and medications to help her feel better. And now she is just resting and healing. This was about 3 weeks ago when I first saw her, and I saw her recently and I almost didn't recognize her because her face was just so much better. It's healed now for the most part. And I just remember looking into her eyes and she started wiggling, and I'm like, I know that wiggle anywhere. That is Mariam. And her spark just never died. If anything, it's just growing more with the amount of healing that she's done, and the amount of pain that is just lifted from her is so sweet to see. She's a little short from her fundraising goal, but she's almost ready to leave the shelter. I'm so excited to see her be free and be back to her playful self. It is truly one of the most inspiring transformations I saw. And then there's Fuzzie's story. Fuzzie's story hits a little different because Fuzzie is such a young puppy. Fuzzie is a tiny little Shih Tzu mix that came into care with 2 broken legs. Not 1, but 2. We didn't know what happened, but they did know that she was in desperate need to go into emergency surgery. She went straight into the hands of a specialist that repaired both her front 2 fractured legs. Now she's at a foster home, healing and hopefully getting some rest. When you see her resting and you see her front 2 legs bandaged up like that, it's hard not to feel something. She's been through so much pain at such a young age. She is still gentle and trusting and loving. Fuzzie has reached her goal and already had her major surgery, but she still needs pain medications and follow-up appointments so she'll be able to walk properly again. Your donation helps care for Fuzzie and makes sure that her first steps back into this world are pain-free. Shadow is a little senior that should be spending his days curled up, pain-free. Instead, he came to the shelter with one of the worst cases that the shelter has ever seen. His injuries were infected with maggots and his teeth were rotten. He had 2 sedated surgeries to remove the maggots and to clean around his wounds. Now he's on multiple medications, getting daily checkups just to make sure that that infection does not come back. Once Shadow is strong enough, then he will need a full mouth extraction of his teeth. All his teeth need to be removed so he can be pain-free. Shadow is small, feisty, and a little bit spicy, giving dogs like Shadow a chance to live their lives not in fear or in pain, but with comfort and love. Every one of these dogs, Dan, Karina, Shadow, Mariam, Fuzzie, they all came from suffering, but each one of them are still fighting strong, still hoping for love, and proving that kindness can change everything. When you're donating to ARCs, you're not just giving a chance for a dog to heal, you're giving them a chance that they should have had in the first place. When you donate to ARCs, you're not just helping a dog heal, you're helping them trust again. You're giving them a chance at life that they should have had all along. Dan's fundraiser may be complete, but his journey is not done. His heart still needs some healing. Karina and Mariam are almost there, and Fuzzie and Shadow still need some support. Tomorrow there will be more survivors, more stories, and more chances to make a difference. Because every act of compassion matters. Whether it's $5 or 5 minutes or just sharing these stories. Together we can turn pain into healing, fear into trust, and shelters just being stepping stones for dogs to find their forever homes.